Shalom, y'all. It's your favorite Jersey girl and your bougie co-worker, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching. If y'all saw my video yesterday, you saw that I went to see KATT Williams. KATT Williams is one of my favorite comedians, and I don't really watch a lot of comedians. I don't like a lot of comedians, but KATT is definitely one of my favorites. So I befriended a young lady, and she asked me, did I want to go? She had an extra ticket, so I was like, bet, that's what's up. But I did have a little anxiety because I haven't been out in a while, and just thinking about like the drive, which was an hour away, the parking, the paying to park, the crowd, the this, the that. So I was like, do I really want to go? But I did. I really wanted to go, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I got out to, hang out with my friend, my new friend, and see KATT Williams. So what I'm about to say is definitely heartbreaking to me. So KATT Williams had like 9 opening acts, right? Some of them were a little funny. It was this one guy from Jersey. I cannot remember his name, but he was funny. And of course I laughed because he's from Jersey. But there was a few other people, a few other comedians from Chicago, wherever. But I just can't remember their names. But there was a surprise MC, and apparently nobody knew who this person was. So when the DJ introduced the MC, Monique came out, and everybody just gave her this standing ovation, this arousing applause. She was dressed real nice. She was looking good. Everybody was just so excited. I was excited. I was excited to see her because I've been following her a little bit and just knowing a little bit about her story, her being blackballed, and the Tyler Perry thing, the Lee Daniels thing, the Oprah thing. So, I've watched a couple of interviews here and there, but I never really followed Monique as a comedian. I know her from the Parkers, right? I've seen Precious and I think another movie that she did, but I'm not really a huge fan, and I don't follow her. So when she came out after, the stuff that she's been through, everybody was excited. I was excited. I stood up, I was clapping for her, and I was just really excited to see her and hear her comedy. Like I said, I never followed her comedy. I never watched, I think she did like Queens of Comedy or something like that. Never watched it. So I was so excited until she opened her mouth. I did not know that Monique is as vulgar as she is. And I'm not saying vulgar because I'm a believer and I'm just also offended. She's vulgar. She's vulgar to anybody. Her whole set was sexually explicit. It was very uncomfortable to listen to. It was very awkward. She, just like most comedians, overuses the N-word, overuses the B-word. Her set was so sexually driven that she was talking about oral the whole time she was on stage. It blew me away. But that's not even the worst part. What brought me to tears and what literally broke my heart was her blasphemy. She was talking about homosexuality. Now, I don't remember everything she said verbatim. So if you were at the concert in Raleigh last night, Sunday, February 17th, and you're watching this and you know exactly what she said, you can comment. I don't remember verbatim, but she was speaking about homosexuality, and she was saying how homosexuality is from God. And God created it, and he made it, and it's good. She even went as far as shouting on stage. She pretended she was interacting with the audience, and she was calling, excuse me, she was interacting with the audience, and she was calling a couple of people up. I guess that was like right in the front row. She was asking them, you know, if they were in a relationship, if they were married, how long, you know, that whole thing. And she asked one of the girls, does she perform oral? But of course, that's not what she said. But does she perform oral on her man? And she called the couple up, and she proceeded to lay hands on their heads and anointed them and anointed her, the female, to give oral. It, like I said, it literally brought tears to my eyes. I did everything to keep from blinking because my eyes were filled up with, if I would have blinked, the tears would have came down. I didn't want to, I didn't want to display that emotion because I was with someone and I didn't want them to think, you know, I'm not having a good time, or like, why am I crying? I don't know if she would have understood or not. But my heart broke. She did so many things that blasphemed against my father. And she talked about, because it was a Sunday, she was like calling out Christians. And while she was doing this stuff, she was calling out the Christians. And they were like, woo, yeah, you know. And I'm like, what is happening? Every Christian heart in here should be broken. Now, I know I wasn't going to a Christian comedy show. I know that. I know I wasn't going to get clean comedy. I know that. It's Katt Williams. I watch Katt Williams on TV. I know what type of humor he does. What I was not expecting was Monique and her blasphemy. I was not expecting that. I did not know what type of comedy Monique did, so I was unaware of all of that. Now, as a believer, should I have gone to a comedy show? I don't know. I don't know. Should I have? If I would have known it was going to be like that, I definitely would not have gone. My heart was broken so bad last night that I literally closed my eyes and said, I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry that this is happening, that she's blaspheming, that she's, and maybe blaspheming is not the right word. And usually I do a lot of research before I come on here talking about stuff. So blasphemy may not be the right word, but the stuff that she was saying was definitely going against God, going against everything that God stands for, everything that he stands against. And we have to ask God to break our heart with what breaks his heart, cause us to hate what he hates and love what he loves. And I hated that, and I felt God's heart because I cried, and I felt bad sitting there and listening to her. And the Bible says in 2 Corinthians 10 and 4 and 5, we use God's mighty weapons, not worldly weapons, to knock down the strongholds of human reasoning and to destroy false arguments. We destroy every proud obstacle that keeps people from knowing God. We capture their rebellious thoughts and teach them to obey Christ. And after you have become fully obedient, we will punish everyone who remains disobedient. As ambassadors for Christ, as believers, we have to take a stand. There's a song that Ty Tribbett used to sing a long time ago, and he says, people of God, where's the standard? Where is the standard? We laugh at anything, we joke at anything, we listen to anything, we clap for anything. The church right now is a joke. The church is in a coma. The church is asleep. And somebody needs to take a stand and wake people up. So I am taking that stand on my channel, on this platform. I will no longer laugh and joke at anything that goes against God. So if that means I called out something that might be offensive, to God be the glory. Because we have to take the wool off. We have to take the blinders off. And we have to be the light, and we have to be the salt of the earth. Because if we're not, what are we doing? How dare people that call themselves believers sit there and laugh and clap and joke with the stuff that she was saying? So I thank y'all for listening and staying on with me for 11 minutes. Again, I love Katt Williams, and this is no slight to Katt. I don't know I'm sure he didn't know what she was gonna say. I believe that Katt's a believer. He said it, but Monique is definitely not. And so this is me canceling Monique. Christians need to cancel Monique. All right, that's all I have. Shalom, until next video.